We told y'all he was coming. INT Goku Black's EZA is here. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the INT Goku Black TUR EZA. Super excited to have this. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. I had a feeling he was going to be the part 3 EZA. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and go over his details, and I'm going to give my thoughts on a possible EZA we could still see throughout the rest of this celebration. After all, we don't have an LR EZA for this celebration yet. So we're going to go over that, as well as all of the new events announced for part 3. So let's go ahead, let's hop in. Shout out to the Dokkan Wiki for the translation info on this EZA. So upon EZA, he is now Time Traveler's category key 3 HP attack defense 170%. He gives extreme INT types key 3 HP attack defense 120. His super attack now greatly raises defense for 1 turn. This is what it was doing before, but now is also lowering attack. Now that lowering attack is huge. Many of you guys have noticed that a lot of the Divine Will stages now get they can be attack lowered, like the Vegito can be attack lowered. So him greatly raising defense and lowering attack at the same time is very, very helpful. I imagine the new Red Zone stage, you're probably, knowing that they specifically gave him this effect, there's a good chance the new Divine Will and the new Red Zone stages can possibly be attack lowered. We won't know till the data download happens, but there's a chance. Moving on to his passive skill. Again, this is when he's in base form, by the way. He's key 2, attack defense 80%. He gets an additional attack 40%, up to 120, and defense 30%, up to 60 at the start of each turn. He has a chance of performing a critical hit 10% with each attack received, up to 40%, and launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is a super class enemy. Very, very interesting choice, but before we give our thoughts, let's take a look at what he does post-transformation. So, as of right now, we don't know what the transformation conditions are, so we're going to assume that it is currently the same, 80% or above, starting from the 6th turn. They could lower that to 4 turns, but let's just assume it's the same. Once he transforms, he now greatly raises defense and lowers attack and defense. Now, realistically, by the time you get his transformation, good chance the enemy you're fighting can no longer be attack and defense lower, so I don't know how helpful that's going to be. Looking at his passive, he's now attack 250%, he's a defense 150%, and a chance of performing a critical hit 50%. He also has an additional attack 10% with each attack performed, up to 50%. He gives extreme class allies key 3 and attack 30%. He's also launching an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, and launches another additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's a super class enemy. So in base, he gets 2 chances to perform a super attack when there's a super class enemy. In Rose, he gets 1 just guaranteed, and then, well, not guaranteed, but he gets 1 chance, and then another chance if you're facing a super class enemy. So he could do 5 possible supers in a turn, given that, right? Because each one of those extra super attacks can proc the hidden potential afterwards, right? So I'm seeing a lot of potential here, right? Given that he is greatly raising attack defense and he has additionals built in, you're talking about a unit that can, right, he's basically doubling his defense with each super attack. So I could see him getting up there really, really quick, especially when facing a super class enemy. Now, the only problem with that is, outside of these Divine Will stages, we don't really have any measurable events where we're fighting super class enemies, so I could see that being a problem. But I mean, realistically, if you could stall out until he transforms, then at least you're having those extra chances in the Super Saiyan Rose form to launch an additional attack. And I feel like if you've built up for a turn or 2 at least, doubling his defense, that extra defense 150% that he's getting in addition to what he already had, remember, you know, right, when we're talking percentages, it's taking 150% of what he's already built up. So I feel like that transformation is going to grant him a huge boost with that extra 150%. And then also consider he's also getting a pretty decent chunk of attack here, and he's supporting. I feel like there's a lot to be had here. Again, like every other EZA we've ever had. I mean, the important thing is to always, we gotta wait till we see him in game. I see the potential. I see what he can do. I still worry that he does seem that it, like every other stacker we've got, no, almost every unit in the celebration, they do seem to be designed for long form content, which we just don't have yet. So maybe the new Red Zone stage and the new Divine Will stages will bring that about, right? Maybe they're more longer form events since all the rest have been short form, but we shall see. Now, let's talk about the possibility of some extra EZAs, because this is only a TUR EZA, and this celebration has yet to announce an LR EZA. So I'm going to go ahead and take a guess here in that, along with the EZA, Goku Black, we're probably going to see the LR Rose EZA. Maybe towards the end, this might be like the final piece, a final event for this. I mean, last year's celebration, the LR EZA was in the beginning, but this year, maybe they're saving it for the end, since this is a 50, this is an anniversary LR, right? This isn't just some random LR, right? This is a part 2 anniversary LR. So there's a good chance they may wait to EZA him, but we'll have to see. If he doesn't EZA, there's always the possibility of the LR Fizz Androids EZAing as well for the LR EZA for this celebration. I would hate to see it, but after seeing Gohan show up, I'm not discounting it anymore. And I don't say I would hate to see it in that I don't want it. I do want it. I love the Androids team, but this guy definitely needs it more. Zamos' team still really needs this EZA, so not that I wouldn't want these guys. Obviously, Rose would be a little bit better, so we'll have to wait and see who comes out of this, but I feel like if there is going to be one, it'll be one of the last things we get in this celebration if they haven't announced it yet. Now, moving on, we got a bunch of new things coming in this new celebration. Now we have the next Red Zone stage, which is clear that we are going to be facing the INT Zamos. Now, unsure if that's going to be his final typing. We'll have to see. I'm guessing it is, but who knows. We don't have, to my knowledge, right? Yeah, we don't have an STR Red Zone boss, so maybe he's STR type, or to counteract the Trunks. I could totally see them doing that, or maybe we're lucky and he's INT type again, so Trunks can have a little play field there. We'll have to see, but this is the final stage of the Red Zone, and we can get a support memory for completing it. So can't wait to test this out. Hopefully it's long-form content. We also have the next stages for the Divine, Wrath, and Mortal Will. And the final stage is, of course, Corrupted Fused Zamos and Sword of Hope Trunks. So it'll be interesting to see how these go. Completion of this will net us a support memory and a unique title. That was the unique title with Zamos' Blade and the Sword of Hope. So it'll be interesting to see how these fights go. I can't wait to test them out, but it looks like there are preparation date is when is the preparation? It just says soon. Oh, no, here we go. Starting on 9/20. So tomorrow, basically. Interesting. Okay. Moving on, the Super Warrior Memorial is getting some new stages, which will add EX skill orbs that are specific for that INT Trunks. So pretty awesome. Happy about that. That he's getting some exclusive orbs. You don't have to waste your Future Saga orbs on a free-to-play unit. You can just go ahead and grind these out and use them to make him just a little bit better. If they're anything like the other exclusive orbs, they're probably going to be like level 6 orbs, which will be awesome. It'll help make him just a little bit better for a free-to-play unit to make him a solid option. We'll have to wait and see what his EZA looks like in the data download, but in his base, we already saw he's pretty solid for a free-to-play unit, so I'm excited to see how he turns out. We have new stages for the Future Trunks Saga story event, which will net us a new support memory, the Crying Zamas, Lamentation of the Absolute God. It's kind of funny that they actually added this. Maybe we'll get the Vegito counterpart eventually, where he's kind of laughing at him for crying. That would be neat. But anyways, that's that. We also have the Extreme Z stages announced for the Android Cell Saga and the Zero Mortals Plan EZA area, which will awaken the STR free-to-play Trunks and the INT Trunks. So very, very exciting stuff there. And then, of course, we have a new support memory boost. I'm not sure. I don't think it specifies which support memory it's going to be. I think it's probably the Time Travelers one, if I had to guess. The one you get for... the one we got from this stage previously. So I don't think it'll boost this one, but there was another support memory that we got from early on. So could be that one, the one with the Trunks and Mai. We'll have to see, not sure yet. But either way, very, very exciting stuff coming. Goku Black's EZA, we knew it was coming. We were just waiting for that announcement, and we're glad it's finally here. I can't wait to test him in-game and see just how good he really is. So, anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what are your initial thoughts on Goku Black, looking at him on paper? You guys know I always like to make sure we wait till the units are in game to pass our final judgment, but nothing wrong with giving your first impressions. Would love to hear them in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.